Welcome everybody to another episode of Fantasy News. I am your disheveled goblin host Daniel Greene, and today we are going to be jumping straight into an incredible first look into Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein with our first look at Frankenstein's monster. Now I'm just all the more pumped to check this movie out. Mary Shelley is the mother of modern science fiction, one of the most influential writers of all time, and while there have been attempts at faithful adaptations of Frankenstein in the past, this truly triple-A Guillermo del Toro, Oscar Isaac starring attempt at adapting her work seems to have the greatest potential to fully realizing it yet, and the additional photos we got on top of seeing the monster just have me all the more excited. And as you can tell from this look, it does seem to be veering more towards the book accurate territory. I'm sure this won't be 100% there, but certainly far more so than many adaptations we have seen in the past. And on top of just that Frankenstein's monster, these set designs look absolutely incredible. And that's not even getting into the costumes, which the vibrant colors, they seem to be playing into Del Toro's, of course, well-known track record of using his visuals to enhance his themes, which with Mary Shelley's work being what it is just so complementary to how she vividly painted this gothic world. I think it's a great choice to not drain color just because something is in the gothic territory, and instead use that color to amplify feelings of femininity, masculinity, sickness, and I'm getting all of that here. And that woman holding the fan looks like she might cut me with it, and for some reason, I like that. Man, Del Toro is one of those creatives where I may not love every single movie he's done, but I always marvel at the mastery at which he made them. The quality of work is always extraordinary, even if the end story doesn't 100% vibe with me. And in a quick update to yesterday's video that seems to have made a bit of a splash, there have been some authors who have reached out to me to supply additional details or let me know they have seen a decline in the amount of money they're making per unit sold on the Audible platform. So there could actually be a follow-up as well on the channel as I'm learning more about the details of this system, but I'm gonna need time to really make sure I get every little bit of that right, and I will just keep you posted if it feels necessary. But to everyone who has shared that video, I appreciate it, and I just want to emphasize I'm trying to shame no one for how they consume their audiobooks. I'm just trying to let people know how the system works and that there's alternatives. Enjoy your life how you can. It's a rough world out there. Feel no shame. I'm just happy people are reading. But from there, we are going to start howling at the moon because we have seen that Red Rising has gotten a magnificent update from the author Pierce Brown himself. The legend of the sci-fi space, as we all know, is about to be putting out the final book in the saga of Darrow, Red God. But Pierce Brown has taken to Instagram to let us know that that is not the end to the Red Rising universe as a whole. I'll let him tell you himself.
While working on Red God, I came to the conclusion that I'm not quite done with the Red Rising universe. Now, Red God will be the last chapter in Darrow's story to conclude his saga. But we have something new in store for you. That is why on August 15th through Hazard Bedlam, we'll be announcing a new story told in the Red Rising universe in a new format. Hope you guys enjoy it. Go to hazardbedlam.com in order to get more news and information.
And I'm happy to say we actually had James Cameron talking about why he wants to adapt Joseph Abercrombie's The Devils. I really didn't think we'd be getting anything more on this story until we saw some momentum on the production side. But what he had to say was, I was literally reading parts of the book out loud to my wife, Susie. And it dawned on me, I like this book so much, I should just buy it. Imagine having that power. That's awesome.
Make big deposits, my gloss is popping. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it, yeah.
The whole thing is off its tits. It's nuts. It doesn't have the kind of conscience that Avatar does. God, stop moving the web page.
Jesus.
But I don't know if that's a bad thing. Hiroshima is a movie you do because you have to. The Devils is a movie you do for fun. And that's all really encouraging to hear. And on top of that, it's nice to see a director show an enthusiasm for a project like this. Like, I liked The Devils. I didn't love it. I don't think it's anywhere near Joe Abercrombie's best work. And if James Cameron happens to see this video somehow, please, for the love of God, read more Joe Abercrombie books and just announce that you want to adapt all of them in the future. That would make me so happy, Mr. Cams. But this also gives me hope if he's still talking about it publicly, it's not just a passing interest, and possibly James Cameron is really psyched to tackle Joe Abercrombie's work, and that would be amazing. I'm definitely putting the cart before the horse, or the horse before the, you know what I'm saying? But in the hardcore book news this week, we had an exciting update for Iona Andrews in regards to their online free serial series, The Inheritance, because it has officially reached novel length, and as a result, they are going to be putting out print copies for people to buy, as well as a dual POV narrated audiobook. They have confirmed that yes, there will be sequels. And also, I want to give these two, it's an author duo, married couple, adorable, extra credit for so thoroughly shouting out their cover artist on their website. They actually talk about how great it was to work with them, link their website, and then tell you, if you want to see their work or hire them, click the website. That above and beyond. Good job. And in a fun update to the Unbroken story we covered here last week, Christopher Rocchio has specified that his short story that is being added to that anthology collection is actually going to be a story that takes place within the Suneater universe and takes place after Shadows Upon Time, the final book in the space opera. And then in deluxe edition news, we have seen that one of the hidden gems of the fantasy genre, Guy Gavriel Kay, has actually received a deluxe edition for one of his best known works, Tigana. And this is going to be from Conversation Tree Press. There's going to be 3 versions of these special editions. They are actually going to be opening the pre-orders for everyone who's a member of their website through previous purchases July 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and for the rest of us normies, August 1st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. First, you are going to have the Collector's Edition, which is going to come with all of this incredible work by Julia Dalva. And I think the aesthetics of this are pretty fantastic, and this first edition will be going out for $325 in the first quarter of next year. So with the first one, this deluxe edition is limited to just 250 numbered versions, and they have cave paper, which I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it looks awesome. And this one will be going for $775 for the 2-volume set and has a slipcase. Then you have the lettered edition, which is calf skin vellum bound. There are only going to be the alphabet length of these, 26, and beyond containing the cave paper from previously before and all of these great pieces of art, this is going to have hand marbled end papers from Italy. But if you find that one tempting, know that the price is going to be $2,695.
How much did you say these things cost?
And it'll be shipping Q2 of next year. Now, these pieces of artwork by Julian Delval you see on your screen now, I just want to give them an extra shout out for because they did such an incredible job of realizing vividly Guy Gavriel Kay's imagination. I am thrilled to say we have had a game announced for the Greenbone Saga, one of my favorite fantasy franchises of all time.
I'm so excited.
In my opinion, the king, queen, however you want to say, of urban fantasy. And this is going to be a tabletop RPG, pitched as sharp blades, sharp suits, a sacred stone granting mythic martial prowess, Fond du Lis evil hat, and I offer you a clean blade. Wuxia action meets gangster warfare in Streets of Jade. The Greenbone Saga RPG, swear fealty to the clan, and join the playtest. And in addition to this announcement, they dropped a bunch of looks at things like character sheets and concepts I highly recommend you check out. And for a while now, I've been thinking about, after I finish working on the book I'm currently in the middle of, redrafting again, of starting a D&D campaign over on Twitch with some friends, and I have a hard time thinking of a better system fit for me to host on Twitch than this one. So if you have any creators you'd like to see me reach out to possibly run a game with, leave them in the comments down below. And oh my god, we also had an update drop for Dungeon Crawler Carl yet again. And this isn't in regards to the webtoon, which I'm starting soon and excited to check out, but is actually in regards to the RPG that has been announced from Renegade. So if you are interested in a tabletop RPG, it just makes full sense that Dungeon Crawler Carl would lend itself to that because it's a lit RPG. It being a tabletop RPG is literally built into the story. You can just lift that out, put it here, and go. God, do I want to do a Greenbone Saga Twitch stream with friends or a Dungeon Crawler Carl one? This is the hardest decision of the week. But okay, let's go ahead and start chopping away at the wave of Comic-Con news, because it has started off with us getting some exciting casting announcements for the second season of the Percy Jackson TV series, which also gave us a look at season 2 with the trailer, and damn, they seem to have increased the budget for this show. I also am just really hoping that the fans continue to enjoy season 2 as much as they did season 1. As much as I'm not a huge fan of the Percy Jackson series, it just warms my heart knowing that there is a fan base out there being fed. But when it comes to the new casting announcements, we have seen that Levi Chrysopoulos is going to play Nico D'Angelo, and Olive Abercrombie will be playing Bianca D'Angelo. These are the estranged children of Hades, who, after being kept safe in a hidden hotel in Las Vegas, will now be joining Camp Half-Blood. I don't know why I emphasized blood so demonically, but you know, blood. To be clear, these castings are for season 3, which has already been greenlit, and season 2 will not be handling the storyline of Hades' estranged children. Yet season 2 will be streaming on Disney Plus December 10th. Now, as much as we just covered a good adaptation in the franchise space, I would like to bring your eyes to quite possibly, and I mean this sincerely, the worst attempted adaptation I have ever seen in the history of fantasy news. And some people are going to be scoffing. Daniel, no, I've seen Rings of Power. What are you talking about? You haven't seen this yet,
I've never seen anything like this.
Eyewitness video is coming in from...
Get away from that! Get out of there!
This is going to be a new adaptation of War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube and Eva Longoria, coming to Amazon Prime, where it seems the story is going to be told through Ice Cube sitting at a computer, FaceTiming people reacting to the War of the Worlds occurring.
Get away from that!
Thank you for whoever made this. It's incredible to see a trailer that has over 121,000 views sitting at less than 480 likes. I thought more than 480 people would accidentally hit the like button with that many views. And of course, comments are turned off. The genius decision to have Ice Cube be the one who's FaceTiming people at some kind of surveillance desk during all this so that we get moments like this.
I'm coming for you now!
That's art, baby. That's art. God damn. It is simply a stunning catastrophe we all see coming and will be available on Amazon Prime July 30th of this year. Way to give this a long rollout, guys. You clearly have faith in it. I am now going to present you with some information in regards to the upcoming live-action Elden Ring adaptation being brought to us by A24, directed by Alex Garland. And that is because it is being reported that a star he has previously worked with is being eyed to join the project. And that is going to be Kaylee Spaney. Her performance in Civil War in Devs is fantastic, and so knowing that she already has a relationship with this director does give me hope for a project that is, without question, still going to be a tremendous uphill battle. Not only is it the most expensive and ambitious project that A24 has ever taken on, but the very idea of adapting Elden Ring to live action seems to be a Herculean one. Though, I didn't know this until reading this article. George R.R. Martin is a producer on this project. Having someone who has had an experienced hand at helping guide live-action epic fantasy adaptation, having a voice here as well, is just a bonus and win. The things that have gone wrong with his previous adaptations, I don't think can really be laid at his feet, aside from running out of source material, which that's not exactly directly having input on how an adaptation is being done. And I know Alex Garland can be a bit of a polarizing director, though I haven't really seen a project from him I didn't really enjoy. From Civil War to Ex Machina, the guy knows how to bring a tone to screen, and that is one of the elements to Elden Ring that I'm really unsure how you can put into a script. This slow-paced, ethereal tone that is able to boil your blood and have this overhanging sense of suspense. That is a large order. Yet movies like Annihilation have come close to something similar. And so there's an experience here that continues to give me a bit of hope. But until we see a trailer, I'm probably going to be just floating in this space, holding off opinions. I need to at least get a taste of what this will visually look like, because truly I have no idea. The closest thing I can think of in recent memory would be like the Green Knight, and even that is leagues off. But in an update we had dropped today that I guess is a sign we're moving towards a slightly different dystopian sci-fi world? I'm not sure. We have also seen that the Sphere in Las Vegas, the infamous eyesore, is going to be doing an immersive Wizard of Oz experience, featuring wind, fog, and flying effects. And as much as I think from the outside this thing is kind of annoying, from what I've seen in these shows in the inside, it's pretty damn cool. Just objectively, I'm not going to deny that. Awesome. But in an update to a story I thought was well and truly dead, we have seen an update to the Coyote v. Acme movie actually coming back from the grave. For those of you unaware, Warner Brothers, many years ago, created a Coyote v. Acme movie and eventually just decided to shelve it. Despite it starring Will Forte, it appears they thought they would make more money just turning the project into a tax write-off. But another studio, Catch Up Entertainment, has saved the hybrid live-action animated movie and is now set to release it August 28th of 2026. And the irony of this movie being about Coyote suing Acme, his studio, after so much wrongdoing, I guess I'll say, to make it seem all the more poignant, is not lost. I'm actually kind of excited, more excited than I would have been for this project otherwise. It's just cool to see art brought back from the grave after it was so callously shelved. To help us get back on the rails, let's go ahead and bang out some Comic-Con quickie news. We have seen that the upcoming Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot has added to its cast, with Fowley,
Rakoto Havana,
Ava Jean, Daniel D. Tommaso, and Jack Cutmore Scott, all joining the project, with their character names being announced as Hugo, Sarah Bach, Abe, and Mr. Burke, respectively. Still, plot details are being well kept under wraps. Now, Amazon has decided to make an interesting choice and join in the Nazi killing business, and that is because they are going to be bringing a Wolfenstein TV series to their platform from one of the producers of the Fallout adaptation, Patrick Somerville, with the log line of the announcement being the story of killing Nazis is evergreen. And that is something Amazon and I rarely can agree on.
We in the killing Nazi business, and cousin, businesses are booming.
And in probably my favorite story of the day, we have seen that Margot Robbie has been announced to star in a remake of The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, directed by Tim Burton. Now, there is an interesting update to the script involved with this project. There was an original draft handled by Gillian Flynn, who wrote the script for Gone Girl, yet she will not be returning for what they're calling another pass-through of her screenplay, and someone else will be brought in to, I guess, more alter it to match what Tim Burton desires. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, if you're unaware, is a B-movie from back in the day that I don't think they need to be loyal to that in any way, shape, or form, and instead could just have fun taking this premise in a whole new direction. I can't imagine there are too many Attack of the 50-Foot Woman super stands out there who want to see it as a shot-for-shot remake, and instead just let Margot Robbie have fun with it. While downloading that clip for this news story, I found out Attack of the 50-Foot Woman was originally marketed as a horror movie, and I was in college, and I'm pretty sure not sober when I watched Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, but I cannot imagine. I guess horror meant something else back then, is what I gotta take away from that. Now, does there happen to be, just wondering, possibly any Avatar: The Last Airbender fans in the crowd? One or two, maybe? Yeah? Well, you might be excited to see that we have gotten our first look at the new generation of Avatar: The Earthbender that'll be helming the new series by the creators, Avatar: Seven Heavens. And this artwork was revealed at Comic-Con. Dear God, this detail made me feel old, as Avatar celebrates its 20th anniversary. Pitched as Seven
Havens
follows two earthbending twins. When one discovers she's the Avatar, the latest person who can wield all four elements: air, water, earth, and fire. The new series is set in a world shattered by devastating cataclysm. A young earthbender discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra, but in this dangerous era, that title marks her as humanity's destroyer, not its savior. Hunted by both human and spirit enemies, she and her long-lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins and save the seven
Havens
before civilization's last strongholds collapse. Interesting pitch, seems a little bit darker, and I hope this means the franchise is going to be trying to grow a bit with its audience. Korra is known for being a little bit darker than the original Avatar series, though I don't want it to go full adult, right? We want things to mature with us so we can enjoy them as adult, but we don't want to completely abandon the initially intended for audiences. Usually, there are exceptions to that. And as of right now, there's no planned release date announced. But in a tangentially related to Avatar update, we have also seen that finally, oh my god, Dragon Prince unfortunately will not be renewed for another season. Though, it's not dead yet. Those of you unaware, there's been a running joke here on the channel where I'm not trying to say like, oh my god, I'm happy this series is canceled. But every single time a new season has been announced, I have had the reaction, that's still around? It's just that it's one of Netflix's longest running animated shows, and I don't think of it as that, though I'm thrilled for the fans that it's been allowed to be around for nearly as long as Game of Thrones was in terms of number of seasons. But it will not be returning for a season 8. Instead, we are seeing a Kickstarter launch for The Dragon King. With an official synopsis released reading, The Dragon King is a brand new fantasy epic filled with legendary battles, ancient rivalries, and complex conflicts that will shape the fate of Zadia. It's a standalone story for new fans and a thrilling continuation for those who've journeyed with us from the beginning. The Kickstarter announcement already gave us some tantalizing visuals and as well was sure to reaffirm that this shares creatives with, of course, the Dragon Prince, also Avatar: The Last Airbender, and members of Critical Role, with the story apparently being about the last of the arched dragons vanishing into legend. The young Dragon King Zim wields his great power to forge a fragile peace in Zadia, but when a forsaken and forgotten Dragon Prince returns from the shadows of exile, Zim uncovers a truth long buried. The throne he inherited may not have been his to claim, and the true heir has come to take it back. But now I must take on a challenge, and that is to get through all of the trailers announced at San Diego Comic-Con in one smooth breath and take. Are you guys ready? Because I'm probably not. We had the trailer drop for Welcome to Derry, the TV show follow-up to the It movies, and it actually looked rather well made, and I am excited for this one. We then got the trailer for, oh my god, finally, another Jason Voorhees schlock pile I cannot wait to consume in my body, and that is going to be for Sweet Revenge 2025, the official trailer. Jason Voorhees is back, set to be released August 13th. And I know there are so many people who are just sick and tired of these dumb hack slashers, and what I gotta say to you is you don't gotta watch them. I still enjoy them. They're dumb. They're fun. I want to see Jason Voorhees murder teenagers. It is a long, important American cultural touchstone tradition at this point. Damn it. And if you don't believe me, Jason Voorhees has been around for almost 1/5 of America's history. I did the math and remembered to account for leap years. It's 2 a.m. and I'm still working on this video. This was followed up by a trailer dropping for Star Trek Starfleet Academy, and I just need to ask Alex Kurtzman, please stop. Whatever it is you're doing to Star Trek, please stop. Cease. Back away. Whatever I can say to make you just stop doing this. Why? Why are you doing this to Star Trek? My God. For full context, yesterday I had to delay finishing the fantasy news to do that Audible video, and so I'd already recorded covering the Red Rising stuff I was just talking about. Happens, I just got a package in the mail today, and it started opening it not knowing what it was, and it turns out I just got sent a bunch of Red Rising stuff, So let's see what I just got sent. This is so ridiculously cool. I got, oh, wow, okay. But of all the things in the world, words are power. I probably should have opened more of this.
I was gonna say.
I started recording, but
Mako.
I think I just got sent a separate set of Red Rising books. So, holy crap. Yeah, we got Iron Gold, Lightbringer, of course.
Wait, hold on, let me look at that cover.
Of course, Dark Age. Damn,
Wow.
the artwork. I'll have the artist on screen for these. Absolutely killer. And there's a few stickers here as well. A little koozie. And thank you so much. Here's Brown and Mako's in the box.
Yeah, Mako says thank you for the box. We're very, that's a butthole. I'm so sorry.
Just zoom in on our cat's butt.
I didn't mean to.
But very nice looking card set.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The detail is so pretty.
I've never really seen this kind of art style done for cards. Oh,
I love that.
Several.